Hi, I'm Jackie Watson, and I work for Southern Maine Parent Awareness. I will be talking to you about understanding parental consent and parental notification. There are a number of times during the special education process that will require your parental consent. Informed consent means several things. It means that you understand the information you have received, understanding what you're consenting to, that the information was given in your native language or preferred way of communication, and that you have signed the consent form. The consent form should list the reason you are giving your consent, the activities, and any records that will be released. The form should also list who the records will be released to. Be sure to ask any questions at any time before signing what is proposed. Informed parental consent is voluntary and can be revoked at any time, but it's not retroactive. So, for instance, you've signed a consent form for your child to be evaluated and then changed your mind. You can stop the evaluation only if the evaluation has not already been conducted. Informed parental consent is required for initial evaluations, initial placement in special education, release of educational records, accessing private or public insurance, and changes in frequency or intensity of services. A parent is allowed to revoke special education services or related services. It has to be done in writing and does include some risks. For instance, once a child loses services, the child is no longer protected under special education law. This could have a significant effect, especially if the child is or at risk of being suspended or expelled. However, the school has the right to challenge your decision not to consent to evaluations. For instance, if your child is in public school and you refuse to consent to an evaluation, the school can initiate due process procedures to obtain consent. The school does not need your permission to review existing data, give your child a test that all other children are taking and that does not require parental permission, or to do screenings for the purpose of addressing classroom interventions. Parental notification is different from parental consent. Informed parental consent requires your signature. Parental notification means that schools are only required to notify you but do not have to obtain your signature or permission. Parental notification is required for a school to proceed with initial referral to special education, additional evaluations, any IEP team meeting, not just initial, but an ongoing meeting, an annual, special, or transitional meeting, implementing the IEP, including one your child was using in a previous school, and if there's a change in special education placement because of a suspension that exceeded 10 days in a row, or would otherwise be a change of placement. Any changes in services, changing roles of the parents and student, such as when the student reaches the age of majority, which is 18, and is able to make their own IEP decisions, stopping of services, graduation, and initiation of due process procedures by the school. Parental notification is one way that parents are kept informed about what is happening with their child's special education services. Anytime you receive notification and do not fully understand it, you should contact your school's special education director and ask for clarification. The school wants you to fully understand and would welcome any questions you may have. Parental notification, as with consent forms, must be provided in a language that is understandable to the general public and in the language that you most commonly use in your own home. If the school has reason to believe that your native language is not English or you're not a proficient reader, the school must take appropriate steps to ensure that you fully understand the intent of the notification. The school is required to document that these notification requirements are met. Some school districts ask you to sign off on the IEP as an indication of approval, but it's your choice. Only parental notification, not written consent, is needed. For more information on this topic, please contact Maine Department of Education at area code 207-624-6650. Thank you.